Hello folks, Paul here once again. This time it's a charcoal review, and this one is for the Fantasia Coconut Charcoal Airflow Coals. I had a lot of, doubts about these things, and I've been smoking with them for a little while now, and I figured it was time to give them a review. So firstly, we're going to start with dimensions and weight and things like that. So this is the box that the little 9-piece sampler comes in. They come packed in here. They're fairly large coals. Yeah, let's see. Let's grab some Messiahs. On the left, we have Cocoa Messiahs. On the right, we have the Airflow coals. Now, obviously, they are a bit larger. You might think that this divot here accounts for the apparently larger size, but actually these are larger and heavier. If we grab our scale, we can see that we've got 11 grams there, 10 grams there. I figured out that the average Cocoa Messiah is about 10 grams. And got 13 grams here, 13 grams here. I measured out every coal in the box, and only one of them was 14 grams. On average, these are 3 grams heavier than Cocoa Messiahs. So now that you have taken a look at these, we're going to put them on the stove, see how quickly they light up, and then see how they smoke. And we are back after lighting our coals. It took just about 6 minutes or so on my open flame burner. I don't have a coil burner, so I think that they would light a little faster, and I think that the declaration of 5-minute lighting time on the packaging will probably be pretty accurate for those of you that use coil burners. These are nice. They offer pretty decent heat, which is understandable because of the size. I was skeptical about them. I thought that they were going to be a little funky because of the shape and the claim that you didn't have to move them or shouldn't move them, and that they'd offer good smoking properties. But you know what? They're actually functioning pretty well, and I've smoked with these a few times now. I wanted to actually give a well-informed opinion on these, and they're pretty good. I mean, if you don't like messing with your bowl at all, then this isn't bad, but I don't know, for me, I like to fine-tune my heat as the session progresses, and not moving these around, because the reason you don't move them is because you want to maintain that kind of inverted V shape so that it leaves that airflow gap underneath the coals. And if you move them, it disturbs the ash, that gap becomes lower and lower and lower until they eventually just become flat, and you've kind of eliminated what makes them unique. Alright, I wanted to give you guys a little bit more detail here. You can see that I did move these just a little bit, and you can see that they're starting to collapse. If you don't move these, they maintain their shape very well. But here, check it out. If you move them, they start to fall apart, and they start to, they don't fall apart. The ash does, and they lose their stability because, I hope you can see this, the bottoms, the actual... Oops, as I'm dropping things, that's why you have a tray. The actual points here end up becoming smaller and smaller as the session goes on. And you can see this one is still maintaining its shape really well. But if you play around with these too much, they're going to basically just become normal coals. Yeah, the time on these is really good. I found that they last pretty similarly to Cocoa Messiahs, which is just about an hour and 15 minutes for me before I start to lose smoke. And now we're going to go back out to normal mode, and you'll get to see the end of this review. I'll admit, I still tend to move these during the session. Not much. Usually only once. But they're good. I like them. I'd say they're pretty good coals, and as someone who, like I said, was skeptical about them, I'm giving them a thumbs up. So that's it. If you've tried these ones before, go down below, let us know what you think. This is the coconut version, and there are other versions which I'll hopefully be giving reviews in the future. But these ones, Coconut Airflow Coals by Fantasia, they get a thumbs up from me. So that's it. Thanks very much for joining us. Please go down below, like and subscribe, give us that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy smoking.